guys, Didi here, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So today is going to be a what is wrong with my plant video, because I have a couple of plants and I literally have no idea why they are just doing really crap. So I've checked them for pests, so I do know that it's not a pest issue. Like I've looked in those leaves and they've been treated with like a systemic, so I know it's not a pest issue, but other than that, I literally have no idea what is going on with my plants. They are just, I have a few of them, they are just doing terribly, and so we are going to have a look and see if I can save them. So the first plant is my Aglaonema Maria. Now this was doing really well, and then I moved it and it seemed to be doing really well, and then all of a sudden I think I missed like one watering, and since then it's kind of gone downhill. So I did repot it because it was in a smaller pot than this, but I just don't think it's enjoying it. So I don't know what exactly is going on, if it's like a root rot issue or what. But you can see how, oh my god, terrible. And this is a new leaf as well. Like this is a new leaf that came out, and I think this one, it's already yellow. So I have a feeling it could be a root issue, or it's just not liking the media it's in, it's not being kept moist enough, I don't know. So we are going to unpot this bad boy. So I have all my potting supplies to repot. And we're just going to see what's wrong with it, because I don't know. And I hope it can be saved. So, right. Oh god. Okay, so it has, let's check the root. Ah, okay, yep. This is a root rot issue. Well, not all of it. Okay, yes it is. Yes it is. Root rot issue. So, there you go, answer is root rot. So, I don't know if you can see, but there are some, if I just squish them, can you see that? They just kind of fall off. So this is a signal of dead roots, which is very weird because I only water this guy when it gets dry. Like I literally stick, see, yep, it's just falling off. I stick my finger in the soil to make sure that I don't overwater it. Clearly, I did something wrong, took my eye off the ball, and it is rotted. So quite a lot of these are rotted, and I'm not sure that I have any hydrogen peroxide. I don't even know, is this even worth trying to save is the question, because I don't know, because it is already so yellow, but it's still got some healthy leaves, so we will try. So I am just going to take off all of these kind of yellowy, horrible leaves, which will leave me with not very many leaves left, but I have a feeling we can save this. So I am just going to pause this and try and look for my hydrogen peroxide, because I am going to give this like a hydrogen peroxide spray just to kill any kind of more, what's the word? The root rot. I'm going to try and kill the root rot and then repot this into a completely fresh medium, and then let's cross the fingers that it survives. Down to like my last little bit of hydrogen peroxide, so I need to buy some more. So this is just a spray bottle. I literally have a little bit, I don't know, what would you say? Like that much water in here. I'm just going to add a little bit of this. Actually, I'm going to take some of the water out because I don't actually need that much water. You just want to make sure you dilute your hydrogen peroxide, kind of like a 1-for-1 mix. So I am just going to take a little bit out, pour some of this in, give that a nice little whirl. Oh god, yep, need to order some. And I have done this before with success. You know, do it at your own risk and just make sure that you are diluting it enough. That is, usually I find the problem that people make is that they don't dilute the mixture enough. And so, you know, it causes problems. So I'm literally just gonna spray this guy down if my sprayer wants to work. Just like that, all over the roots, as much as possible. And then I'm just gonna let that sit there and do its job, do its business, and work its magic. And at that point, I will now have to look for a smaller pot. Alright, so I think I'm going to repot it back into this because it's quite a small pot, and obviously this will reduce the chance of any kind of overwatering, if that makes sense, because it is in such a tiny pot. So I'm going to just mix some of my plant mix together. And yes, this happens to all of us, guys. It does happen to all of us. So I'm just going to, because I don't know if I have to repot that plant either. Actually, do I even... Oh, I should actually look. No, I don't. We'll do it. Okay, no, I actually think I have some houseplant mix here. so I don't have to mix them up, so I can just put that back. So I do pre-mix, and then I put it in a container for another rainy day. So I'm just going to mix this bark into here. And yeah, like I was saying, root rot happens to all of us. It's just you take your eye off the ball. It just happens. Like, it really does just happen. I think it's because I didn't realise, I mean, obviously I did know that it was in a less bright spot, but it was thirsty, so it was dry, and I washed it. And I think I just left it, you know, I didn't empty the tray out afterwards. So that was my fault. What can we do? What can we do? Okay, so this has been fizzing for quite a while. And now I'm just going to go in with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut off any, oh, and get my cinnamon. So I'm going to cut off any of the kind of rotted roots. Obviously try and cut only into dead, but because this is already dead, I'm just going to cut those off. So I'm just going to cut into all the dead kind of end roots, which there are quite a few. And then I'm just going to take some cinnamon, and then any open wounds, because there are a few, I'm just going to dab. So I've cut like right at the end of a root because it is rotted. You could see the inside of the root, so I'm just going to cover that with cinnamon just to aid with, you know, no infection and stuff getting in. I swear there was another place, but I can't see where it is now. Yeah, we're just going to wipe that like that. And then yes, this old media I'm going to dispose of because obviously the root rot bacteria will be in there. Usually I just put it in the garden, but because there's like an actual issue with this, I'm probably just going to chuck it away. So we're going to start with a little layer here at the bottom, and then put this guy in here like that. I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing, can you? Let me see. Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit. And alright, this is not in the middle. I'm going to try and get my plant in the middle. So yeah, this is just my usual soil mixture, perlite, bark and soil. So I actually bought some like houseplant repotting mix, and it works pretty well. So yeah, I'm not going to water this either. I'm going to let it kind of sit in here for a few days, and then I will probably water it in a couple of days and then keep my eye on it and hope it does really well. Obviously if I don't see any new growth, that's going to be a problem. I should have actually put this in a clear pot, but I don't know where all of my clear orchid pots are. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, that is this one done, hopefully. And where is my stake? Oh no, I need to get a new stake. So yeah, I need to stake this because as you see it's like a little bit wobbly, obviously, because it's not rooted in. So I am just going to, careful not to destroy any roots. I'm just going to get another one. So these are just bamboo stakes that I have. And another one here. Okay, it's a little bit rocky. We might have to do like a 3-point. That should be okay. Right, that is this one done. We are just gonna plop that back in here. Oh my god, it looks so sad. I'm so sad about this, but I'm hoping, wish me all the, you know, good growing vibes that this recovers and does really well. So that is my Aglaonema Maria. And then, oh god, this is so bad. This is my variegated Maranta. Now, I have no idea why it's doing this. Can you see how disgustingly bad this is? Like, it's dying. It's just terrible. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. So it's in a good medium that's like kept moist. It's in a good place. And even then it's doing this. So it's in my bathroom where it gets humidity quite often. But it's still doing this. And again, I've checked for bugs. There are no bugs. And I just don't know why. I don't know why it's dying. It's mainly the variegated part. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I don't know if it's just the one that I got is just crap or like what is going on. But I am just going to cut off like all of these. Now I'm going to cut off all of these horribly like looking parts because I just don't want to look at it anymore. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any experience with the variegated Maranta, because as you can see, the normal green side, I mean, okay, this bit was a variegated part as well, which is dying, but the normal green side is growing, but the variegated side is completely like died. So I don't know I think it just must be, it's got to be the variegation. I think it's literally just got to be the variegation that it just can't handle the conditions, or it needs more special conditions. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just going to come in here, clean up all of this kind of dead. I have just repot this. So I do know it's not a root rot issue, because if it would, this side as well would be showing, you know, signs of, what's the word? Signs of decay, but it's not. So yeah, I don't know, is this part even viable to save? So I might just kind of, oh, I don't even know. Alright, so I have this kind of really tiny little bit. As you can see, it's still green up until a certain point. I don't know if there is an actual node here that I can try and propagate and see if this part will grow. And you know what, we're going to do it, because all we can do is try and just see what happens. Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but if it does, then, you know, it does. That's kind of like the plant journey, you know, it's all about trying things out. Although this leaf looks half dead, so we're just going to pull that off. So yeah, this tiny little thing I'm going to try and root. So I'm going to stick that in water, and then we're just going to cut off this dead part as well. And then this part as well I want to try and propagate. So I'm literally just going to cut this off, leave that off to the side. And where I cut, I'm just going to put some cinnamon over those wounds, because we don't want any of that, or anything to like disturb that. And then, so I do have new growth coming, because I can see, is that a new growth point, or is that just dead? I don't even know. That's a new growth point though. So I've got one new growth point, but I'm pretty sure it's from the normal variegated side. I mean, to be honest, I don't really care about the variegation. It's not like this cost me loads of money anyway, so, you know, it's not a big deal if I do lose the variegation. So, right, this part of the plant we are just gonna put to the side, because that part seems okay. And this part, again, I'm going to just give it a good kind of look over. I'm going to cut off all of this like gross dead bits as best as I can. And then we are going to try and figure out where the nodes are. And I'm going to get a jar of water. So I have my little propagation vessel. I've just filled it up with like filtered water. So this tiny little piece, I'm just going to stick in here as much as I can. Get those roots under there. And then this one too, I am going to just try and get some more of this. So I can't tell if that's rotted or not, or if that's just... What is all of this stuff? I don't even know. It's just like dried on bits of crap. Like, okay, I don't know. And this one as well doesn't look the healthiest, but... So, I've just cleaned it up. So I'm looking at this bit as the first node. As you can see here, the first node to try and root. If that rots, then we have this node here. And then we do have this node up here, and then if it's last resort, this node up here. But again, I don't really, it doesn't bother me if these don't root. I am just trying my, you know, just trying it out to see what happens. So again, I'm just gonna plonk that in as much as I kind of can. Hope it doesn't like flop all over the place. And then I just got soil all over this. And then yeah, I'm just gonna probably, I need to take off this actual yellow leaf because that's not healthy. This leaf will probably get lost too, but let's just stick that in there a bit more. Right, so I'm going to make sure, I just realised I changed my camera angle so my head's kind of cut off a little bit, but I'm going to make sure that I try and change this water at least every other day. It should be every day. I'm going to try every other day, and then cross the fingers, I'm going to keep it probably under grow lights just here, and then yeah, cross my fingers that it does well and it survives and it roots. Otherwise, you know, I just have my normal plain green Maranta, because it's really weird because I had the red Maranta and that was doing really well until I decided to propagate it, and then it decided it hated life and died. And I should not have propagated it, because I think, I don't know why it did not like that process, and it was like, nope, screw you, I'ma die. So that one was really easy care until I did that. This one, again, seems really easygoing, except for this part, which is looking really horrible and terrible. So if I at least get that part to survive and do well, then that's alright, because they are really gorgeous plants. I couldn't find the red one for a long time. It was like everywhere when I bought it, and now it's like really kind of a little bit more obscure to come by. But yeah, I just hope that this works. Again, if it doesn't, you know, this is what kind of gardening is about. It's just experimenting and see what happens. So yeah, pray that these plants survive for me. I'm sure I have some more that I need to look at. I just don't know. Let me have a look. Have I got any more? Oh, that other one from upstairs, but I can't bother to go get it. No, I don't think so. Yeah. So, yeah. Pray that these plants survive for me. I'm going to be trying my best to keep up on, you know, keeping these guys going. But again, if they don't, they don't. But I will try and keep you guys updated on what happens. And yeah, do you guys have any plants at the moment that are not doing so hot? Is it because of the change of the seasons, or have you done, you know, like a accidental boo-boo like I did and overwatered? If you did, you know, it's all okay. But are you rehabbing them, or are you just watching them die a very slow death? Because I have done that too before. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you guys soon with another one. Bye!